All right, all right, all right. Last day of instruction. Tomorrow we're just going to do some review. But remember, we are virtual and your exam is Monday. Yippee! All right, so first we did a little intro on brand promise with different companies using Kahoot, just for fun, not for a grade. And then we actually got into our last objective, which is on a company's brand promise. Brand promise is different than a slogan. It's different than a logo. It's the overall purpose of the company. Overall purpose. All right, so let's see. All right, so a brand promise, you guys know what a promise is. But companies try to make their brand promise as easy to understand as possible. But sometimes it's just an underlying theme. A lot of companies don't necessarily have a statement that's their brand promise, like in words. It's almost like an idea. Okay, so if you come across a company that actually has a brand promise in words, like Nike, they've got a brand promise, then that is great. But most of the time, it's like an underlying idea or a theme that represents their company. What is our company's purpose? All right, so companies' promises may be harder to recognize, like I just said, and they're just learned through our touch points with a company over many, many, many years. All right, so a brand. You guys know what a brand is. Like Honda, Toyota, Apple, Samsung Galaxy. So you guys know a brand. Brand is all the combined expressions and experiences associated with the company. Okay, Starbucks brand. Okay, you guys recognize Starbucks brand. Their logo right there, that little symbol or their mark. But just understand that a brand like Starbucks, the word Starbucks, the idea of Starbucks, the company of Starbucks, their brand is different than their logo. The logo is just a little mark, the little girl, the little mermaid, or for Nike, the Nike check. That's a logo. It's not the brand. The check is not a brand. The brand is Nike. So make sure you guys understand the difference between brand versus logo. All right, a brand promise. That's the benefit that customers can expect when they buy your product or when they interact with the company. So what do I expect when I buy Nike products? I expect to be pretty expensive. I expect it to be high quality. I expect to be able to do different athletic activities in their attire. And I expect it to look good. And it connects to me, just like I just told you, on an emotional level. These are my expectations when I buy Nike. I have an expectation emotionally when I buy a Nike product. I get excited when I buy some new Nike shoes. It excites me because the idea of having on Nikes and the comfort and the style and the look and me being an athlete, it all drives me home. It's a home feeling when I buy Nike. Brand promise gives meaning to the brand. So Nike's brand promise is over here on the left. Innovation, which is creativity, and inspiration for all athletes. All athletes. Anybody can be an athlete. So it's not just their slogan. You see their logo, the Nike check. This is their slogan, just do it. This is their brand promise. Brand promise is an idea behind the entire company's purpose. Slogan is just a little catchphrase, just do it. And check mark, that's their symbol, their logo, or their trademark. So it's one of the most powerful aspects of branding your product. And of course, it's not the same as a slogan. Oh, slogan, by the way, right there. Okay, slogan, just do it. All right, importance of brand promise. I love that animation. It's hilarious. Allows company to stand out from their competition. Yeah. So if a company has a brand promise, an idea, a purpose, a vision, then of course their little competitors that don't, they're going to beat them. Nike's been around for a long time because they are visionaries. Remember, Innovation and inspiration for all athletes. That's pretty powerful. Allows companies to stand out from their competition, increases, of course, brand awareness because their brand is everywhere, increases brand loyalty. I'm Nike, ride Nike till I die. Provides a common goal. So if employees know the brand promise of Nike, then they are going to buy into that vision and say, okay, innovation and inspiration for all athletes. I'm an athlete too. My family, they are athletes too. Believe you're an athlete, you buy Nike products because Nike is pro athletics. You guys know your touch points. That's whenever customers come in contact with your company. And those touch points are used to communicate that brand promise. So whenever you contact the company through their website or over the phone or you see their billboard, that's all communicating their brand promise. Before the sale, so before a customer actually buys anything from you, they see advertisements, they hear word of mouth from publicity. Of course, publicity, word of mouth. Publicity also is like news stories. During the sale, you interact with the employee, you interact with their website, the actual walking into the business and interacting with the rack when you're looking at clothes. And of course, when you're buying the product or service itself, that transaction. After the sale, shipping and delivery, installation, follow-up. Okay, these are all touch points that are communicating the brand promise. After the sale, loyalty programs, surveys, warranties, rebates. Remember, a rebate is, I'm going to buy a product now. The company's going to send me, quote unquote, a rebate in the mail. I'm going to fill that rebate out, like right here, and then they're going to give me $1.50 back. So a rebate is kind of like a coupon, but after the purchase. And then, of course, if you have a complaint or a problem about the product, they're going to help you with that after the sale. All right, factors that affect how a brand promise how a business carries out their brand promise. So here's Snickers, really satisfied. So in my mind, I'm believing if I buy Snickers, it's going to satisfy me. Every area about me, if I'm hungry, is going to satisfy. It's going to hit that sweet tooth. It's going to be feeling, I'm going to feel like that it's healthy because of the nuts. Love chocolate. It's going to satisfy me. Brand personality, a nirvana of helpful tastiness. So you've got some personality to your brand. The business environment, of course. Corporate culture. These are all how a business communicates their brand promise, their employees. All right, steps for identifying and carrying out your brand promise. Understand the benefits your brand provides to your customers. So how does my product, I don't have any. Okay, how do these big pencils benefit my customers? When we use them, are the erasers good quality? Are the colors cool? Or do they hold up well? How long do they last? How are they benefiting our customers? What makes BIC stand out from their competitors? All right, continued. Understand the value and beliefs your brand represents. Just like Crayola, unleashing the originality in every single child. That's powerful. That's powerful. When kids are coloring with Crayola, they see this, it comes into their mind and into their heart, and they really believe that they are original and that they are creative and that they can draw and they can color no matter what it looks like. They believe that because it's Crayola's brand promise. And then incorporate your brand promise into all daily work activities throughout your corporation. So everybody that works for Crayola needs to believe this. Not only for their own children, but for the world of kids. And that's what we covered today. Make sure you go into Canvas, Do your exit ticket, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow for review time. And make sure that you're on time, because we're going to use a Kahoot, go over that stuff, and it will be for a grade.